to get it done, and here it is today, and I'm delighted it's come to fruition here tonight. The adventure was far from a solo mission, and I'd like to take the opportunity first of all to thank the people that helped me to make this book. Firstly, I'd like to thank every single one of you for coming tonight, and to the Evergreen for having us. Thanks to Mick Ring for his jerseys, they're fantastic. There's a really lovely backdrop. And everyone that helped advertise the event in the match programme, whether it be on email or the internet or whatever, thanks for that. And thanks to Declan first off for his inspirational words. They're always worth listening to. I can still remember Declan standing on the rod in front of the shed and preaching to the faithful. Thanks very much, Declan. And of course, the master of verbiage himself, Mr. Damien Richardson, for taking the time out of his busy schedule to come down here tonight and bless us with his wonderful words. And also for taking the time to write the foreword to the book. I'm sure it's worth a read, definitely. It means an awful lot to me to have someone of Damien's calibre involved in not only the book but in here tonight in launching it. I'd also like to thank my fantastic group of friends, also known as the FOCC. Maybe not the original, but certainly the best. Who's generous funding allowed the book to happen first day. I'd like to thank my fellow poet, Shelbourne's finest, Peter Goulding. He educated me in the wilds of producing a book. He introduced me to a printer and taught me about structure, design, and how to get the book together. Thanks to Barry O'Brien and everybody at ePrint, the printers, for all their patience and help. To my two lovely children and a very patient wife, Cynthia, thank you for reading and rereading the proofs when she clearly had better things to be doing, like ironing and cleaning and stuff like that. To Hugh Mansfield, whose wonderful photo adorns the front of the book, and to Pat O'Sullivan's, whose many others adorn the back. But these pictures are fantastic, but without the wonderfully talented Declan Carey, they'd never have been transformed into a wonderful cover, so thank you, Declan. This event tonight would never have been able to happen without the wonderful help and support of two very important people, Sonia O'Neill and Pat Healy. Please take the voice. Their encouragement and help drove me on, and they were always available to bounce ideas off of and stuff, so thanks very much to both of you. So the whole reason I wrote these poems was to try and get across what it means to support such a wonderful club. And I'm sure you all relate to those feelings, as Damien said, and emotions. Following a football team can be just like everyday life itself. There are highs and lows, but most of the low points get moved to the back of your mind. And it's great moments that our family recall years later. Goals by Felix Healy, Tom McNulty and Dave Tilson are but distant foggy memories. Whereas the Conga train back from Dublin in May '93, the last night of the Shed in 2005 and the Pride in Prague are unforgettable. Add to that the close-up of yours truly on the telly in '98, topless in the summer sun, with a lot of other of these fine specimens here, as Derek poured us to glory. Sorry, David. And that miserable awful day in the RDS, when the beast poured us to glory. Sorry, Pat. When the ball hit the beast in the head and it flew into the net. My little girl's first game at the Cross beating Cork 5-0 and a 2-1 away win in Derry as Decky led out when my son was born. These are the memories that I personally will never forget, and I am both proud and delighted to have the opportunity to share these with you. Jerry Desmond informed me that this is the first book ever about Cork City FC. Let's hope it's not the last. So I'm just going to read out my poem, Doing Prague. It's the one that was published in New York Writers, and it's one of the ones I'm most proud of because it was a very proud night. City fans, right? When that shiny yellow ball emerged from UEFA's bag, our first round opposition would be the Slavias from Prague. We knew it would be tough, but we were not quite overawed. Another European trip with the grace and help of God. Every form of transport was used to get us there. Car and train, boat and plane, donkey cart and prayer. Rico couldn't make the trip, he had a lung infection. We took along another few to give the team direction. Skippy, Decky, Biscuits too were there to help Dave Hill. Rico had instructed them. Can you imagine the phone bill? A multitude of different routes were taken along the way for everyone to be there on that very special day. Gatwick, Stansted, Stockholm, Paris all housed our merry band. Some of us even ended up travelling through Dublin. With tables of Bacardi breezers and stories unbelievable, the rebel army settled in, the numbers inconceivable. More arriving hour by hour, all different shapes and creeds, the charge of the sparse united all, even the Japanese. Now walking the streets of Prague wasn't quite like doing pana. We had ladies asking our lads if they could please blow their banana. There were men looking for Charlie, we said sorry, not a clue, or we were really interested in his Downing local brew. We lived on Starrow Pram and spicy sausage and mustard. Despite the quite pugnacious smell, we drove on undeterred. The taxis took us up the hill at 100 miles an hour, tailgating trams, beeping horns, or knuckles white as flour. We had fans appear from everywhere, gathering at the scene. The total final head count was 819. The boys they battled proudly, we sang till we were hoarse. We belted out our every tune, and then the banks of course. It was an honour and a privilege to stand there in that crowd and sing and chant for Cork City, though beaten still unbowed. Football is a cruel, cruel game. We didn't deserve the score. We clapped our heroes off the pitch and clapped a little more. A lump had stuck there in my throat, a tear welled in my eye. For I know I am, I'm sure I am, I'm city till I die. Thanks a lot for coming. Thank you.